Now, have you started it? You haven't?
No, I didn't start it, guys.
World-class journalist here, guys. World-class journalist.
Kia. You all know Kia. You probably know them from your grandmother's Picanto and your grandfather's Kia Sportage. But for a very long time, they were known as the hatchback company. But now, since most of their hatchbacks have disappeared, except for the Picanto, they've now entered the compact CUV market. And we want to see, is a used Kia Seltos your bet for a new car?
We are.
But this is just on a whole new level.
TVEC.
This is a performance car after all, so you'd expect it to be a lot more rough in terms of driving.
Reactions.
Yo!
Reviews.
Handmade engineering underneath this monster.
Messing around.
4 liters of fuel. Eugene, you're paying for this.
It's crazy. I'm not gonna have enough.
Like, comment, subscribe, enjoy.
That is some power.
Yeah, that is some power compared
Now-
to like the Tigo Cross.
Yeah, you can actually feel it really quickly. This car's got quite a bit of power. South African roads, we nearly just had an accident because a dude just tried to pull in front of us.
Yeah.
Welcome to South Africa, you.
Yeah.
You watching over there. This car's actually very responsive. That's my first feeling to it. Now, as a dynamicness to it, the chassis is actually quite good. If I was to swing it through this corner here and show you. Oh wow, the steering weights up very nicely.
Really? Ooh.
It picks up quite well.
Yeah.
The gearbox isn't as quick as some of the German cars are, but again, that's not needed. This isn't your sports CUV. If you want a fast CUV, get a John Cooper Works. And if you want to watch that video, we've done one of those as well at Haval Edenvale. Somebody actually watched that video and ended up buying the car.
Yeah, so you
thank
are,
you guys.
You are a champ. Thank you. And as I sit in here, it's also still very comfortable, even if you're driving like a rally driver. It's still very comfortable. It still is very much a top of the range.
Again, South African drivers, no indicator.
No indicators. It just decided to pull in. But as I sit here, it still feels like a top of the range luxury, premium compact CUV.
I'm really loving the steering. Eugene's gonna feel it now for himself. He's gonna have it more so in comfort, but you'll have an off-camera quick squiz at how the steering feels.
Yeah.
But wow, it weights up so lovely. It's one of the best steering feels I've had in a while.
Really?
Better than the BMWs as of recent that we've tested.
Whoa.
That's a big thing to say,
That's
but
a big
I mean
thing
it.
to say. So it's really that good.
And we'll see. Eugene's a BMW fanboy, so we're gonna have to see what he thinks of it.
Yeah.
But so far, this is lovely. I'm very impressed by this. To me, it doesn't feel as like cruise orientated as what those Tigo Crosses are, but also that is a brand new car. So that feels very just comfortable to cruise in. This has a bit more of a sporty edge when you do put it in sports mode.
Yeah, for sure.
You can see it wants to go. And the 1.4 is very energetic.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the outside and it looks like we're in Rome.
Yeah. We're actually not in Rome though.
Yeah.
For you on the other side of the screen who's watching.
Yeah.
We're in Edenvale.
Yeah, but
I just want to say a quick thanks to Haval Pre-Owned Edenvale.
Right there.
If you want to know more information about the car and details to get in contact with them, if you'd like the car, that'll be later on in the video. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
But so beautiful outside today.
Beautiful scenery, amazing looking car.
Yes, very good looking car.
Yeah.
Now Kia, because that's what we're doing now. We're doing a Seltos. This is a 2021 Kia Seltos GT line 1.4 TGDR. So say that 5 times fast.
Top of the range.
Top of the range.
Top of the range.
And it looks really good. Now, obviously, Kia is known for small hatchbacks, affordable economy cars from back in the day. And then they had the big SUV, the Sportage.
Yeah.
Whereas now they've actually moved away from their hatchbacks. Their affordable or most affordable car is their Picanto. And they've got the Seltos, the
Sonnet.
the Sportage, and then a whole bunch of other bigger SUVs and small vans.
Yeah, exactly.
And even little buckies for run of the day.
Well, run of the mill.
For run of the mill type of work.
Yeah. And
But-
looking at this is more muscular than something like a Tigo Cross.
Definitely.
And a lot more in your face compared to something like a T-Roc or a T-Cross.
Yeah, a T-Cross.
T-Cross.
If you don't get a T-Cross R line, this is still even if you got a T-Cross R-Line, this is still more muscular looking to me.
It does.
This looks more masculine, if I was to say that.
It does look more masculine.
Whereas a Tigger Cross is like crisp and elegant looking.
And one thing we also didn't realize is that this is actually a whole DRL strip.
Yes.
The inside. Okay,
Running
you guys
from here.
You can probably see it is flickering on camera, but this is a DRL. But underneath here with the chrome,
really nice chrome, and this isn't stick-on. This is actually ASMR for you.
Yeah, it is actually a run-through DRL strip. So that's very, very good.
And you got a really nice grill over here.
Yeah.
A lot of entrance points to cool off the engine. The bonnet is really cool.
It is.
I really see Grand Cherokee in the bonnet, like SRT Grand Cherokee. I don't know if you agree. You might have to see them side by side to see what I'm saying, but just this nice bolstering is really nice.
Yeah.
Then if we were to come to the side, you've got, being the GT line, really nice wheels, nice alloys.
They do.
You've got a lot of red accents around the car because it's, again, the GT line.
It has to be the top of the range and give you everything.
And on top of the red accents, there's a lot of chrome accents as well, which makes it look a lot more premium.
Yeah, and also speaking about the back, because we will clip that in there, it's very elegant looking.
Yes.
It looks more classy than something like Hyundai Creta.
Yes. Because this is a lot classier looking than
that platform. Well, this platform is based on the Creta. So they took it and they just massaged it a bit to make it look more classy.
Again, like we sometimes say, it went to the gym.
It went to the gym, just like us. We did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, just like us.
Just like us. But overall, I think this is a very good looking car.
Yeah, and I think we need to head inside.
Definitely.
You, behind the screen, looking at us filming this video. If you're liking this video and you haven't subscribed, because I know you haven't subscribed, because like 85% of you watching this haven't, press that button down below, press the notification bell, and like the video. And if you are going to do that, do it. Do it right now. I'm going to give you some time to, because we are on the roll to get 15,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And once we do, we've got 1,000 horsepower supercar lined up for the channel. But for the meantime, I just want to say a huge thanks once again to Haval Pre-Owned Edenvale. Their description and their information will be down below in our description, where you can see this beautiful 2021 Seltos GT line with 70,000 kilometers on the clock, and its price and other information down below. The car is 125-point quality checked and is beautiful inside and out.
Now I am in the driver's seat, and this is such an easy, nice car to drive.
It's so dailyable.
It's so dailyable. I would love this as like a daily driver.
But I have to say, that badge is not allowed. The GT line badge.
Yeah.
Ask QG now.
Yeah. It does feel what the badge is.
It feels, the steering weights up nicely, and this sounds great. It sounds like a Polo GTR.
Now I just want to do just one.
Yeah, the power and braking are both very linear.
Yeah, the brakes actually feel very progressive.
Very progressive.
Like they do feel like they're actually grabbing onto the wheel and they're stopping the car.
Yeah.
And you don't really have to put as much. Well, this thing is turning into a rally car.
That handling, the steering is beautiful.
It just weights up in a way that, yes, some BMWs actually do. Yes. I will agree there. It actually does. It very much does. But over some imperfections on the road,
it's very comfortable. Handles them very well.
Again, owing to those massive tires. Yeah. And the very nice suspension.
What we say, massive 4CUV.
Massive 4CV, yes.
Really good suspension, and these seats are very comfortable.
They're very, very comfortable. It's so good. Yeah.
Everything's easy and ergonomic and stress-free.
And to think that this is a used car.
Yeah, going for under 400,000 Rand.
Only, I would pay that.
I would definitely get this.
I would definitely get. Well, I'm still surprised by how quick this thing actually handles.
And that steering weights up so good. The steering is better than any other CUV I've driven.
That is so good. That feels so good. And the 1.4 turbo 4-cylinder actually feels very peppy.
Yes, it's very punchy.
It's very punchy. It does get up to go.
It's one of the best CUVs I've driven.
Definitely. Now in the cabin of the wonderful Kia Seltos, and bro, in here, yeah, you do feel the premium from like a Creta in most scenarios and cases. Like, the flat bottom steering wheel
with GT line marking and red stitching. Which is something you're going to find a lot of. Now, again, carrying over from the exterior with a lot of this nice silver trim. which you're going to find quite often, and the nice red accents. So there's red on the steering wheel, there's red over here, there's red on your armrest, there's red on your seats, and these are ventilated leather seats, stitched really, really nicely. They're really comfortable.
Yeah.
They hold you in quite nicely for a family CUV, and it's just built really nicely. Even on the armrest, there's red stitching.
Yeah, because this is the top of the range,
Yes.
so they had to throw in much of everything in this segment, right?
Yeah,
So you get the red stitching, the leather. We already discussed that.
yeah,
And it
all
does-
the tech, all the options.
Yes, with the infotainment system over here. It is the old infotainment system.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's okay.
It's
But
fine.
what we can give it, again, for you guys, or for you watching on the other side of the screen, this is a 2021 year model.
Yeah.
So this car is already 4 years old.
Yeah,
and it doesn't feel that.
If it wasn't for the infotainment system, it wouldn't feel 4 years old.
Yeah, and even so, the new Hyundais are still getting this infotainment system in many scenarios.
In many cases
So,
and scenarios.
for the bulk of people, for a youngster who's getting their first small CUV, who got a good job, or for the mom who wants something that's practical, easy to use, comfortable,
Yeah.
and a good brand name like Kia, this is easy to use.
Yeah.
Things we like.
Physical buttons. Oh man. that's a
Physical
good
button. Physical. This button here is an individual button. You can set it to where you want it to go. So when you press that start, it'll go into the system. I don't know what they've set it for. Oh, they haven't set it.
Vehicle must be on.
Okay, so they've set it on for sound, mood, lamp, and stuff like that. That's what they've set this button for.
Yeah. And
Don't
obviously
mind the bings.
the very bings, many beeps and everything.
and
then in here-
one more thing before we touch on that. Physical buttons on the steering wheel.
Physical button. That's so
and
good.
they feel good.
Yeah, it is good. And I'm just going through the section in the gauge cluster. The tiny little digital gauge cluster
Yeah.
is very informational.
That's possibly what ages the car the most,
Yeah.
is that gauge cluster, but it's not an ugly gauge cluster.
No, it's
actually
very cool looking.
Very easy to read, very ergonomic.
And then obviously in here you have your storage for like a phone, USB port, 12-volt socket,
And a USB charging port as well.
Yes. And since this is the GT line, you do have
Your drive select mode.
it drives select modes. It's in a compact SUV. I don't think the Tiggo Cross has this.
Does.
It does.
I think so, yeah. Not as many choices as this. This has like snow, sand, gravel, mud. So this has those, and then it still has like your sports, your normal, your eco.
Yep.
So this has quite a lot. The Tiggo Cross does have, but doesn't have as many as this has.
So this is almost like the Lamborghini Urus with 8 different driving modes.
Indeed it is. This has 7.
This has 7.
So
Now, one thing I do not like is that you do get blank switches over here.
yeah.
That is just to tell you, like,
Now we'll put for you, so you guys can also see that there's probably some option here that just wasn't optioned.
probably.
Being a used car, you don't have a choice in that. But it's so insignificant for what it is that you probably won't even notice it. It's just you wish that it was optioned, but we don't even know what could be optioned there.
True. Obviously, 2 cup holders
Yeah.
and a manual handbrake. That's how you know this is from 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I
definitely
prefer it.
I also prefer it.
And Letu would understand how to use it, because for you on the other side of the screen, Letu gets so confused with electronic ones.
Yeah, he's like from the Middle
He
Ages.
presses down all the time and not up to lock it and unlock it. So he gets it mixed up.
Yeah. So overall, in the cabin here, I would give it an 8.5.
Definitely.
I would give it an
This is nice and soft. These are plastic, but it's not your cheap plastics. Even on here, it's got some plastic over here. But then again, on this door card is soft touch. On the handle PCA is soft. This is leather. This is leather. This is leather. Yeah. And when you press, there's actually not too many noises around any of these places.
Yeah.
Things don't move a lot because
Yeah.
it's built quite well.
I do prefer this compared to the Tiggo Cross for the interior.
Yes.
Yeah,
Other than the tech.
Yeah, then the tech.
The Tiggo Cross kills it on tech, but giving it, again, there's a brand new one of these coming out, which we'll check out in a bit. This tech is okay, but the Tiggo Cross, we know how the Chinese brands are.
Obviously.
They dominating tech.
Yep. Now that I'm in the back seat of the Kia Seltos, a lot of the front section is brought back into here, like the leather seats and much of the materials on the door cards, including the speaker plastic bit. But that's fine. I'll forgive for that. Obviously, you do have your fold-down armrest, and yeah, it's very, very good in here. Sitting back, I'm about 5'8". When I put my fingers up, it's about 10, although it does start to touch my pinky finger over there. It's not something that is as big as something like the Tiggo Cross, which is much taller than this. But yeah, overall in here, leg space, I will input a B-roll shot of me actually doing this so that you guys can believe it. And yeah, overall, it's very, very good in here.
We are at the boot of the Kia Seltos, and terms of capacity, this has 433 liters of space, which is actually quite a lot. If I actually get out of the way now, you guys can see that here's our briefcase. What I'm saying briefcase, our case to store our equipment. And if I was to put it a few times over, you can fit at least 6 of these just on the floor without piling anything up. So it's more than practically enough for storage, for going to the shops or going on a long trip. And underneath here, you do get a full-size tire with all the equipment to put it on. So if something was to happen to one of your really, really nice-looking wheels and your really, really big tires, you have a full set down below here.
Now we are at the end of the Seltos review.
Yeah,
and
this wonderful review. Today
review.
was really good.
Yeah.
Amazing South African views.
Yeah.
Great weather, considering that it's not too cold, even though it's cloudy.
Yeah, it's moist today.
And a great car.
And a great car. This is a very, very good car.
I'm very happy with this car.
Like, you know, compared to most of its counterparts and rivals, this drives better.
Yes.
This drives
We'll
a
have
lot
to
better.
test the VWT Cross R-Line
Yes.
and see how that goes against this.
Yeah.
But there
with-
is a new one coming as well, so I'd love to see what the new one's got to offer. But in terms of something like the Tigger Cross, this is a much more dynamic car.
Oh, it is.
That car holds its own in terms of comfort and drivability and tech.
Yeah.
That is one of the best in the class in terms of tech and stuff like that. But just the way the steering feels, the way the engine reacts, the way the gearbox works, it's just really good.
It's almost second
And the
to
way it
none.
looks.
And the way it looks.
Very masculine.
Look at the side profile of this car.
It's really good.
It's really, really good. So I think overall, out of 10,
Definitely 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Especially on the used market.
Yeah.
For what this car is, again, thank you, Haval Pre-Owned Edenvale.
Thank you.
All the information is down below. This
Yeah.
car's been quality checked, got low mileage for the year, and it drives like a new car.
It does.
You buy this car, you won't feel like you are lacking anything.
It's shocking how this is actually a used car.
Yes, a
Yes.
used car that's 4 years old.
That's crazy. So if you guys actually enjoyed this video, or you actually enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because we have a lot more of these coming in the future. We hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. The Stinger.
The Stinger and said, listen here, but you didn't put it in reverse. For change driving modes instead of changing it to reverse. That's going in.
Okay, yeah.
If I'm getting abused, you're getting abused.